is Catherine again. I know it's been a while since I did a book review. Work kept me really busy, and I've been gearing up to release my next paranormal romance, that is the Hybrid Queen. So I've been busy with the edits and everything else, so it's really messy. But it's going on here. I'm managing somehow. So today I'm going to talk about a new release, that is the Red Velvet and Anemones by author M.M Ward. This story, I'm so excited to talk about the story because I've been waiting for so long to see this book published, and because this story is very close to my heart, and just like the other. Alright, so let's go into the review and see what the story is all about.
This story is all about choices. Betrayal always offers the choice, bitter or better.
Red Velvet and Anemones is the first book in the Pagosa Cliffs collection. So this series is a collection of stories about characters that live in a small community in Colorado. And this series is like really amazing series with a lot of emotions. When I read the story first, I told her that this is an emotional roller coaster. I believe in karma, and I always love a story that serves karma hot and fresh. This series, not just this book, but the entire series serves karma with sweet, hot pastries and hot cocoa. So you will understand what I'm talking about once you read the story, but I'm going to give you some give you an overview about the story, and you'll get an idea. All right, so here's the story. Milli is a famous baker from Las Vegas, and she lives with her sister Marnie. Marnie is not so good. She works in a local dance club, and she's also a registered prostitute. More on that later. So what happens is that the sisters fall in love with cousins Keith and Edgar Rowling, and they marry the guys. And there is always trouble in paradise. It's not always like, roses and hearts. They run into trouble, and the men dish the girls, saying their grandfather passed away, and they leave the town. But they never come back. Both the sisters get pregnant, and Milli tries to get her husband come home to them, and they promise that they will come home to them for Thanksgiving. But what they get is a set of divorce papers through their secretary. So the girls have no option but to accept the divorce papers, because Marnie, who is suffering from a weak heart, passes away after delivering her newborn Emily, and the secretary tells her that if Heath or Edgar ever found out that Marnie had a child and Milli is pregnant, they will take away the child, and she will never get to see both the children ever again. Because of the content in the divorce papers, the brothers really wanted to dump the sisters, and they never ever cared to live with them. So Milli signed the divorce papers and takes the child away to her aunt's home, and it is during this time she learns about Marnie's betrayal. That is that Marnie had cheated on her with her husband. So the question is, the child that Marnie delivered might belong to Edgar, who is Millie's ex-husband. So Millie struggles hard after learning this betrayal, because she loved Marnie so much, and Marnie is her best friend. So as she tries to come into terms with the betrayal and trying to overcome the sorrow that cost her sister's life, several other things happens. The story is very deep that I can't explain everything in detail. Like, you have to really read it to understand. But this is like kind of starting. Long story short, Millie moves on, struggles to forgive her sister's betrayal, and also at the same time her ex-husband comes back saying he wants her back, but she cannot forgive him yet. And she also meets someone in Colorado, and maybe she can, actually find the love she deserves. I can't give any spoiler, can I? But let me assure you that the story has a H-E-A. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there before Mama kills me for giving a spoiler. What makes this story more appealing is the twists and turns of event. Every page keeps you wanting to read more. It just like one incident after the other, it keeps happening, and you want to pull your hair, you want to curse, you want to kill the characters in 100 different ways possible. But you're also satisfied because, like I said, karma is served hot and fresh with hot pastries and almost wherever possible. And don't take Millie for a weakling. Millie doesn't take shit from anyone. She is one strong woman who has survived hell, and she knows when to stand her ground and when to show her soft side. And she is a loyal friend, a soft woman who longs for love, and she is also a woman who got her own demons to fight. I'm going to read a short excerpt from this book. This scene happens when the secretary of the Rawlings come to deliver the divorce papers in the airport before Thanksgiving. Okay. Excuse me, are you Milli Haywood? A thin woman, almost as tall as Marnie, asked with a concerned look on her face. And is that your sister, Marnie? Did you know our parents? Millie questioned in surprise. The woman looked in the direction Marnie had gone. Her expression said she wanted to be anywhere but there. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm here to serve you with divorce papers. I have them for you and your sister. Millie's breath caught in her chest, but she nodded slowly. She blinked rapidly in an attempt to staunch the tears from falling. I knew Edgar was a coward, but I thought Heath? I guess I should have known. Dad always said cowardice and cruelty runs in families. Just give me the papers. Marnie is having a heart pregnancy. She can't be upset right now. The woman's eyes were sympathetic. I'm sorry, but she shrugged in a helpless gesture. I have to give them to you both personally, see them signed, and bring them back. I'm so sorry. I don't normally do this kind of thing. If I had known you were both pregnant, I wouldn't have agreed to do it. The Rawlings are trying to tie up loose ends and secure the family's assets. Millie's full lips pressed into a thin line. She couldn't keep the bitterness out of her voice. And let me guess, the emotionally unstable, orphaned daughter of 2 doctors and her adopted mulatto sister, or loose ends. The woman nodded sadly. I'm Jean Lassater, by the way. And I know you're sorry. Please don't apologize again. You didn't do this. Millie interrupted with a wave of her hand. Jean swallowed, wishing she wasn't being forced into doing this. It's just, Well, they told me you were both strippers looking for an easy mark and trap the boys into marrying the both of you. But this morning, I learned where you both work and I feel terrible. I didn't know about your sister's condition or yours. They didn't tell me. Milli held out her hand for the paperwork. They don't know. Marnie insisted we tell them in person, but it's been months and they never came back. I'm going to skip some parts there. I want you to read that. Okay, so what happens is that Marnie goes to washroom and she loses consciousness, and Milli and Jean rush her to the hospital, and Jean stays by Milli's side to keep company. And a couple of hours later, the doctor says that Marnie didn't make it and they were able to save the baby. So I'm going to read a couple of sentences here so you can get an idea what I'm talking about. Dr. Williams, Marianne's death certificate will say she had a heart attack with no mention of the pregnancy. Jean interrupted. Her back was rigid as she sat next to the tiny pregnant baker. The doctor looked at the older woman oddly, but nodded. Yes, cause of death will be listed as a heart attack. Again, I'm sorry there was nothing we could do. Do you know the baby's father's name for the birth certificate? Milli opened her mouth, but no sound would come out except a strangled sob that she tried to hold in with a hand over her mouth. Jean spoke quickly, lying convincingly. She doesn't know. We don't know. Marnie never told us. Can you please give us a few minutes? Her mind was already formulating a plan to protect Milli and her new niece. Jean had been under the devil's thumb for too long. If it was time to turn the Rowlings' evil intentions into a good thing. After Dr. Williams left, Jean firmly made Milli face her. In a hushed tone, she demanded, Listen to me, Milli. You need to sign these papers for yourself and for Marianne. They don't have to know she died before she signed. I will give you her money too. You need to take it and her baby and get away from Las Vegas. Start over somewhere. It's $500,000 total, but you can never tell the Rowling family that Marnie had Heath Rowling's baby. I know how Edgar's mother will react. I have worked for that vicious woman for almost 2 decades. This is the lowest Colleen has ever made me do. If she or any of them find out about Marnie's baby, they will take her from you. They will also take the child you are carrying, and you will never see either of them again. Let me help you get away from them. Jean has a personal agenda against the Rowling family, who is not so good. They are the worst. You'll understand what I mean when you read the story. So Jean helps Milli to get away with Marnie's baby, and Jean is also a lawyer, so she ties all the loose ends before she leaves Vegas to go back to the Rowling. And okay, and just so that the story started on a depressing note with a sadness, the sisters being betrayed, Milli trying to move away with her this little bond. Don't take it as that the story is like, be sad all over. No, the story is funny and sarcastic, and it's really, really good. There are many places that made me laugh out loud, and at times Milli got no filter, and Milli is not alone. Milli has someone else to help her in Colorado, that is Camille, or Coach Valley, like everyone calls her. Camille is my favorite character in this entire series. But more about her when her book comes out. But yeah, so Mama is a really fantastic writer, and I'm so happy that I got to know her and I got to read the story. So if you like a good romance with a pinch of betrayal, okay, just got a truckload of betrayal, but yeah, but if you like a romance, a story that always keeps your emotions in the edge, that tests your patience and serves karma hot and fresh, this is your read. So do give Red Velvet and Anemones a chance and read the story. If you like the story, do leave a review for her book and support her book. Thank you very much.